Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another simple stamping day on at dolallycrafts. From now on, Tuesdays will be simple stamping day. It's the first video of the week if you're starting your week on Monday, which I normally do. So as opposed to Sundays, I'm sorry. It's just a thing I've had going since I started journaling. Big decision on whether to take whether you have your journal start on a Sunday or a Monday, and it just makes it easier to have it start on a Monday. Okay, enough waffling. I hope you've gotten a laugh out of that. Okay, as I said, Tuesdays will be a simple stamping day, which I will endeavour to use only one stamp set that can be used for multiple occasions. Using some basic supplies. So we're using the Just Because stamp set, which has got gorgeous stamps in it, and it's a hostess stamp set. So if you'd like to have your own workshop in your own home, this is one of the stamp sets that you can order, as it's only available to hostesses or hosts. Speaking of which, if you haven't booked in yet and you really want to come to the workshops I'm having at home, go to dolally.stampinup.net and you will find a link there to my blog, and you will be able to book in. Now, I've only got a couple of seats left for these classes. I've been restricted to 6 people because that's how big my table is, and because I'm only just starting the workshops out, I just want to test the waters and see. It's been a while since I've done tutorials to people. Well, it's been since the scrapbooking store in Mornington closed down. That was the last time I actually did face-to-face tutorials. So I'm testing the waters again because I do have anxieties and a bit of a panic attack when I've got to deal with people. Okay. Probably too much information. You really didn't need to know that. Okay, we'll move on. So we're using the Just Because stamp set. Supplies today. Stays on black ink, the Cormid Clover, which we used last week, and I love this green, and lovely lipstick, just to give a pop of real brightness to the card. You want to see what card we're doing? This one. I am what I am because of you. Ignore the mistake there. I just wanted to bring the stamp into the centre of the card and forgot that it's got the phrase there. But I've just stamped thank you over the top of it. We'll correct that error today. So I'm just going to pop that aside and bring in the card base. And once again, it's a 7-inch by 5-inch card base, and it's scored at 3.5. Now, if you're new to stamping and you're not sure, you want to test the waters, as we all do, to see whether you're going to like this, I would suggest you go to our catalogue page 193 and purchase a pack of note cards. You get 20 note cards and 20 envelopes, and the note cards have already been scored for you. All you've got to do is stamp, fold, pop in an envelope, and you're away. So, yep, they're available, and I think from memory they're $12.50 or $13.50 for 20 cards and envelopes, which is fantastic value. Okay, I've already already mounted my stamps, so we're ready to go. I'm going to bring in my my stays on. Now, because I can't look directly overhead and my head would get in the way, I've decided to stamp it on my Stampin'-A-Jig. If you have a stamp positioning tool, great. If you don't and you're new to stamping, when you stamp this, it's ideal to stamp directly overhead. So stand up while you're stamping, just so that you know you've got great placement. As I said, because I can't do it because I'd get my head in the camera, I've decided to use my Stampin'-A-Jig. So I'm just going to pop that there. Unfortunately, we don't sell these anymore because we've brought in our own stamp positioning tool with Stampin' Up, which is a shame, but you can still get the Stampin'-A-Jigs in craft shops from what I'm aware. Okay, so I've inked that up really nicely. I've got my my positioning correct there. I'm going to move that out the way. And with these, you just press straight down and then straight back up. Beautiful coverage. Now, I've got to clean this off, and I've got to re-ink it without the words. So bear with me a moment. This is the cheapest washer and dryer you will ever have. It's our Stampin' Scrub. So I'm just going to spray some Stampin' Mist on there and give this a good scrub. And please excuse my desk for shaking everywhere. This is my filming desk as opposed to my creating desk, which is over that way. That's a bit more sturdy. Okay, so I've got my stamp clean again. I'm going to bring in the stays on, but I need to cover that top bit with this top bit with a bit of washi tape. So I've just got cheap washi tape that I've had in my stash for ages, and I'm just going to cover the words, whoops, at the top there, and hope the washi tape doesn't blow off, because I've got a fan going right next to me. It's quite humid here at the moment. We've had days of heat and now rain, so we've got a very humid heat here at the moment. So I'm just going to take that off, and as you can see, none of the words have been covered. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to stamp off the image like so, and then I'm going to bring the card in and, whoops, I'm stamping off the edge again. So I just want to stamp there, like so, and no words have appeared now, so we're right to go. So I'll move all of these aside, and then I'm going to come in with my hang on, before we do anything else, bring my stays on back in, and I'm just going to stamp my thank you just down the bottom here this time, which is where it was supposed to have been last time, but because of the stuff up. Okay, so cover my stays on and pop that aside. Now I'm going to come in with my lovely lipstick and my Wink of Stella brush again, and open this up so I can see the bottom palette, and I'm just going to flip this over, and all I'm doing is bringing the colour in from the edge, and I'm not bringing it all the way over. I'm just getting a bit of shine on the one side, just so there's a hint of colour there. That's it for the lovely lipstick, and as I said, it's just to bring in a little hint of colour. Pop that aside, and then in with the Call Me Clover, and I'm using the really pale colours from last week, and just colouring the leaves a very soft clover colour. We don't want this to be overwhelmed. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do really bright colours. But I really like these soft colours. I hope everybody is having a really great new year so far. I am really looking forward to the next couple of months in my life, as it nears the time for my second oldest daughter and her partner of 8 years to marry. Their wedding occurs in March, so we don't have much longer to wait now. She's doing her final countdown. My daughter is a midwife, and she is really on the ball and organised. She has had, her and her partner have had most of their wedding organised since probably March or April last year. He's a microbiologist, so they're both really switched on people. I have no idea where she gets her brains from. I don't consider myself to be a brain, or her father to be that much. I mean, we're intelligent enough, but she's just above and beyond what we are. Okay, how is that for a really simple card? Once again, simple stamping gives you a gorgeous little note card to send out to somebody special in your life. I hope you like this card and you'll give it a go. As I said, it's just using the one stamp set and really basic supplies. You don't even need the inks if you go out and order the ink, because these are both ink colours at the moment, so you could just go and buy the ink colour markers and scribble on a block and pick that up with your Wink of Stella pen and colour in. So really basic, minimal supplies for the person who wants to delve into card making and see how they go. You can't get much more simple than this. You could step this up by adding a ribbon down the side, or even putting this image on a mat and just step it up a little bit. Really simple card, and I really love it. So there's the card we started with, and there's the one that I demonstrated today. I hope you like it and you'll give it a go. Until next time, bye bye.